Well, good morning, YouTubers. This is Jerry over at Baler's Rod Shop, BRS. I already ever call myself Jerry. It's always been Bear, but thought maybe it's about time you really knew my real name, Jerry Marcy. Facebook. Go to it. Yeah, I got a lot of videos on Facebook as well. Got a lot of YouTube creators I share on Facebook, so Baler's Rod Shop or Jerry Marcy at Facebook. Check us out. This morning we're back in here for Saturday the 25th September, and I worked a little bit yesterday on another part 4. The video, for some reason I changed cameras, did not take and upload to YouTube. Did this morning. I had about 3/10 to take off, and then I'm now down into the thousandths, like less than about probably 4 thousandths cut. And let's get this over here to the project. See if we cannot zoom this and get you in here. The finish is absolutely coming out phenomenal. Yesterday I was having a problem with the smaller diameter 3/8 boring bar. I was crowding this, and this is, like I say, my first time to ever get this out of the box since February, this boring head. And it's a little bit light. I'm going to go ahead and order a Citron that has the 1/2-inch shaft, and I am stepping up to also a bigger mill here soon. Yeah, let's zoom back out here a little bit. All right, sorry about the finger in the camera. Anyhow, I've got I'm looking at a Acra down south of here, and it's a big knee mill, and I'm not for sure yet. I've got to do some checking on tooling and how much comes with it, because none of the R8 fits it. So that's going to be a big decision in whether I get that or go to an Inco. I don't want to go to Wells Index because that's not R8, but a Bridgeport, and I don't want to buy junk, because when you go to redoing those Bridgeports, everybody knows you can put more into them than they're worth. But let's get back over here to the project this morning. Got the gauge in here, and I've already set, got the bearing, the bushing, got it mic'd, and I'm shooting. This will actually shrink about almost 4 to 5/10 in the freezer. Sorry about the compressor, it'll be off here in a minute. Let's go ahead, and I'm set over. I am taking about less than 3/10 off right now. Look, safety on first. Put the good old face shield on. Still turning about the same 250 RPM. DRO is on. And I learned not to crowd this thing. It's doing a really nice job. Barely skimming this. I don't want to overcut this. I'm too close now. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's, from my eyes view, it's cutting. We're on the bottom. Got to talking, didn't watch the DRO, guys. Usually this is where mistakes are always made, right? Let's put a gauge in here. Still got to go. Put a dial indicator up here. I wish I had 2 cameras. Alright. Setting right there at 70 and a half. I'm not going to turn this to 0. And I don't trust this scale on this yet. It feels a little bit like loose. Oh, it'd be good if we went the other way and loosened it. There's about a quarter of a thou. Nice and slow. I think y'all could probably see it if I was to reach over the camera and zoom it right up in there close. I think I mentioned this Friday on the video. Part 2, maybe 3. Yeah, 3. I need a power down feed on the Z. And we need air hookup on here and a coolant. Get rid of some swarf real quick. Still maintaining about the same on there. Human hand is not as good as a power down feed, but definitely having an air hook up to it is going to be a plus. Be hand free that way. Make sure no swarf down in there. Getting right down to the nitty gritty. Touch off. Got to save that pocket. Get her up out of the hole. Nice swarf. Done really good. I mean, that is a fine cut right there. Get this thing up a little more out of my way. Well, we're just fixing to start in right there. Put the dial indicator back up here. Where you at there, Allen wrench? Since it's a 10th gauge over here, just gonna tickle it off with the gauge. Let's go make another cut. I'm gonna go down about a quarter of an inch. And I'm going to check this with a gauge, make sure we're not over. Yep, I'm just breathing on it. It's cutting, but that was probably less than 2/10. Finish still looking good. Watching the DRO. And there we are. Blow out the swarf a little bit here. Woo. Sorry about the compressor, but let me get up here a little bit. Don't have to mess with the dial indicator. Right there we go. Let's give her a little ease down. Out, excuse me. Go about a half a thou this time. Not quite. Which would give me a thou cut. I'll check it first. A little drag on the quill. Start with cutting maybe 3/10. I'm not real comfortable with that dial at all. It feels loose in there to me. Afternoon project, airline, plumbed in over here. Watching the DRO again, depth. Touch off. I'm going to bring this up, show you the swarf real quick. Nice little fine. Nice little nest. Coming out just fine. This material, first had questions and doubts about it, but once you get through all the surface, she's cutting really nice. Alright, let's see what we got here on our gauge. Looks like we're going to end up about probably 7/10 cut still. Again, I do not like this right here on this adjustment. Boy, got to breathe on this thing. Just don't turn on the machine with the gauge over there, Jerry Marcy Bear. You'll learn the thing. More like about 4/10 right there. No drag on the quill, not much. Nice and slow. I'm going to check that bottom pocket here in just a minute. Home. Get her up out of here, and let's check that bottom real quick. All right, start of the project. We're using Dad's Scarrett 1/2" micrometer. This has been in my family for many years. Here we got a 133. This was the lip we started with before we started the project. One, a little hard to focus, but 133. Put the old Joe block out of the way. Got this locked off. We're still snug. Bingo. Alright, let's put these out of the way. And again, we still are real close. Let's get this square cut part, because this is going to shrink about 6/10 in the freezer. Yeah, we're not going to take a chance right now. We're going to take her on out another about 3/10. I always put this exactly as best I can, right at the same spot. Do my adjustments with. If I'm doing something wrong, you guys leave it to me in the comments. I can stand corrections. But as close as I can eyeball without putting my optic visors on. Nope. We're going to have to take off a hair more. Let's go ahead and do it right now. That's not even hardly breathing on it. Be nice if I had a quill lock. Still just shaving her down slow. I'm going to check it right now. Down in there, less than 1/4. I love it. Good thing I didn't take any more. Square shoulder down. That is it. She is going to shrink. She is trying to start in right there, guys. We're on our final pass. Thank goodness. Being the first time, that made me a little nervous. I'm sure it did you too, guys. When you first started out using the boring bar or any lathe or JDR, you tell me I'm hitting real close. Good. Home run. Now let's blow the swarf this time. We don't want to. You're up out of the hole. Nice, pretty nest. That is the final cut. I'm going to save that and put it up on the shelf and glue it down. All right, let's get the safety off there for a minute. Get around here and visit a second. DRO is doing a really great job. Now this old Z in here, I've got to take care of this machine. And she got a, well, like camera's going to want to jump out of the holder here. All right, as a hobbyist and a newbie, not machining very long, and just getting this head for the first time, using it, this boring head, I am really pleased. But the setup took me longer than any machinist would ever take. I mean, if that was charging by the hour, I'd already made $1 million. But anyhow, I want to really please old John down there because he knows everybody in this county. And word gets out and I get better, I will pick up some funds and money to pay for this stuff and add to the machinist collection of tools and welding and whatever else this shop needs. And one day I'll actually really retire. At 62, said I was retiring, but that never happened. All right, guys, let's take one last look at the finish. Let's see if she will not come out of the holder. I am ecstatically pleased. I hope I get a few likes and thumbs up. And here's the bushing, which it'd be good if this was up out of the way. But you can tell she's just starting right there. So that's going to be pressed in here in a little bit. I'll go put it in the freezer now and then come back and press that in. Drop in the new bearing. And again, I hope y'all get a kind of a chuckle out of using the Corvette caliper. This is off the rears. Exactly 1 inch, 25.3 millimeter, 25.4, 1 inch. But these are the original 1976 pistons. And the new ones are a little larger. They're in millimeter, and they are about 25.6, somewhere in there. But this worked out like a champ. Give me a chance to set up dead center without a lot of fuss and mess on the quill. Clamping went all well, no movement, and I'll send it to him with all the marks on here because this had that belly. I showed him part 3 with the machinist straight edge. And I got the word this morning, I thought this was going in as hay baler. It's going in the sickle. I thought he said hay baler because he had the hay baler. Well, I'm jiggling all over the place. He had the hay baler sitting out there. Well, that ain't going to hold in there. And we thought for sure it was going to the hay baler, but side sickle. Not a whole lot of farmers around here even own a side sickle, but John's got equipment from the 40s, 50s, 60s, keeps it well maintained. Y'all like this, please share, please subscribe, help us grow, and everyone have a safe weekend. And Baler's Rod Shop, we're out of here for this Saturday, September the 25th. Y'all take care.